Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So a few days ago, I asked healthcare workers over on my Instagram and Twitter to share on the internship advice. What do they think are the major do's and don'ts, and what they wish they knew before starting their internship, as well as major and minor pitfalls to avoid during this particular period, through a question prompt that reads as follows. So number one, reflecting on your experience. Number one, what do you wish you had done differently during your internship? That's one. Number two, what do you wish you knew before embarking on your internship and why? Number three is that what are some of the major and minor pitfalls, like I said, to avoid during that period. So, Alhamdulillah, you guys, thank you so much for everyone who responded. You guys came through with a lot of answers, very insightful answers, and I would like to share them with you guys today. So, if you stick around and find that this video was helpful to you by any way or means, kindly share it with someone you know who is going for internship or who is currently in internship, or someone who will just benefit from this video. So without further ado, let's get right into the responses that you guys sent. Bismillah. Number one is, I would not have put so much pressure on myself. Number two, you will get looked down upon, and it's all part of the dynamics. Never let it get to you. You are excellent. Number three, make sure everything you do, you've always documented it. Okay. I remember back in school, we used to have this lecturer who taught us this very basic principle, and it's very important. Anything not written is never, anything not documented was never done. So, yeah. So they say make sure everything you do, you've always documented it. Number four, in these unpredictable times, I would advise against the Diderot effect. Now, if you're like me, you've never heard of this particular effect, but you know, Mimi kama Mimi, I'm here for you guys. So I did a little bit of research, and this is what the Diderot effect is. The Diderot effect describes the scenario of buying something new and replacing your old possessions with items that match the new one, even if it means an empty bank account. The Diderot effect is often cited among reasons as to why people overspend, and it's not hard to see why. A single item can trigger a string of purchases that could make the new you someone who has to take up a few nighttime shifts, okay, in addition to their regular job. In short, what this Diderot effect is that maybe like after the few months you find that you're getting money from your internship, you're getting paid basically, and then you decide, you know what, just for example, you know what, I need a fridge. Okay, you've been living your life in med school, or before that, if you've been in at home, or like maybe in med school, you didn't have a fridge, for example, and then you buy a fridge, you know, to sort of say, I'm earning this amount of money, why can't I have a fridge at this particular point? So you buy a fridge. But then when you buy a fridge, every time you open it, it's like empty. You just have water and leftover food. So you tell yourself, maybe I need to sort of buy things, you know, to fit into the fridge and make it look like I have something. So without even realizing, you end up buying things to sort of meet the status that you're currently at status, because I would say it's for a short period of time, based on how the progression is, that most of the time you finish internship, and it's not that all people get employed immediately after finishing their internship. So you end up assuming this new role and end up purchasing things that at the end of the day you realize that, oh, I don't have money in my account, just because of the fact that you needed to sort of in your own way step up to live the kind of life that you think your income, the person earning your income, is supposed to live. So avoid that, like they said. Another number five is that internship was a very dark time for me. One of the worst periods of my life. I believe I did well myself. I just wish the mentors would have actually done their job and not push everything to a newbie. Perhaps what I'd done differently is to go to a different center with better mentorship. On what they wish they knew was that the facility I chose was not ideal. It was being thrown in the deep end and overworked without training. Just brace yourself, it's hell on earth. But you will pull through. I expected to at least be shown and guided before being let loose on several procedures. Instead, I had to watch YouTube videos prior to procedures that I do on my own. Not fair to patients, it's not fair to patients. That's what their opinion was on this particular matter. That's a really rough one, and I guess it's a lot of it paints a reality for most of the interns out here. Number six is that most of the teaching is done by the nurses. If you stay humble, you will learn. Number seven, definitely gone to another facility. I guess this person had a horrible experience. With number eight, it's quite a long one, so brace yourself as well. I did my internship in 2017, 2018, around the time there was a national doctor's strike. I got into a busy, underserved public hospital near my hometown to save cost. Honestly, I just wanted to enjoy my money without any responsibilities. The best thing that I did was to align my goals with my actions for that period. Number one, changed internship centers to ACHAC. So for those of you who don't know what CHAC means, it's Christian Health Association of Kenya. She says I needed to complete my internship on time. Number two is applied for residency while still in internship. Yes, it is possible. And she says, like, my advice to you is as follows: get a mentor. Just as every tree needs a steady stick to grow straight and tall, every person needs a mentor who can provide them with guidance, support, and encouragement. A good mentor inspires you, pushes you, opens doors, expands your horizons, and equips you with the tools and confidence to reach your potential. Be clear on your goal. This is also the what you want and the why you want it, and then the how will follow. Now, this next one is a very interesting one that I got a lot of responses around, and I guess the more people talk about it, the more important it is, and the heaviness on the topic, on the actual topic. And as you can guess by this point, it's just finances. She continues to say, join the Kenya Medical Association SACCO. This is not even an ad. Learn how to manage your finances well early in your career. The next one, she says, expand your friends' circle to include people outside medicine. Listen to them keenly when they speak about trade, businesses, stock market, and entrepreneurship. Fight out the God complex because no, boo boo, you don't know everything. You don't even know half of the things you know, half of the things you think you know. The next one, she says, feedback. You will get bad and rarely great feedback from your teachers. Sorry, this is just how the medical hierarchy is wired. Learn to externalize what is not about you and improve that which you need to learn. The final one, she says, the journey is long and involves a lot of sacrifices. Do not give up. The possibilities are endless with the degree you hold. Do not limit, do not limit yourself to the traditional path. Simply put, everything is changing, and when things change, you can't afford to remain static. Thank you so much, Dr. Mwende, for that. On to number nine, they say avoid looking like you are always right. Do not answer anything unless asked. Don't wait to be praised. Thus, never try to impress any consultant. This will put you on the lights. Be honest and study what you think you have forgotten. However hard it will be, and most certainly it will be, remind yourself it will be over in no time. Number 10, lack of financial literacy. Investment in the medical world. If I had started during my internship days, the world would be at my feet now. Educate yourself on different investment options, save as much as you can. The aim is to have as much passive income as possible, or maybe other sources of income other than your regular job. Number 11, the most important thing in internship is availability. As long as you are available, you have completed one part of patient management. Second thing is to know that you are at the juncture of being a student and a doctor. Therefore, manage the patient as best as you know, then always escalate to your senior medical officer if you feel like there's deficiency in your management. Internship can be tiring, both physically and mentally. Try not to do everything on your own and find somewhere to get away and recharge your batteries. Number 12 and the final one, ونختم على الخير إن شاء الله. One, I will give myself more time to rejuvenate. I spent almost 100% of my time in and around the hospital. I will take breaks to meet my friends, explore nature, and be happy. Secondly, is that what I wish I knew is that no matter how afraid, scared, or unprepared you are, your patients need you. They see a doctor, they don't know, and they don't need your insecurities. So just be your best, breathe in and think, and be the best doctor that you can be. So finally, on the major pitfalls to avoid, earning a little money and thinking you own the world. The money you earn is a step up from being a student. However, think about the future. Save something small, change something. Don't live large. No matter how much money you earn, lack of a plan will kill it all. Another one is that titles create egos. Medicine is full of people with ego. However, the humility you learn, the more the connections you create. The more lives you touch, the better doctor you become. Ego is the enemy. So I've kind of skimmed through a lot of these responses, and I hope that you gained something or two from these responses as well. And I personally have gained a lot. Alhamdulillah for this. And thank you guys for everyone who chipped in and everyone who shared the responses and everyone who is keeping the responses coming. If you found this video particularly helpful to your own journey, or like you think that somebody might find it helpful, don't be mean, don't stingy. Just share the video to someone you think might benefit from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wish you guys all the very best. If you're watching this and you're headed for internship, I wish you all the very best. If you're watching this and you're currently in internship, do your best and you got this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.